One of the spin-offs that has come from my discovery of the Zentangle drawing method is that I can adapt aspects of the technique to my interest in wood turning. This platter is an obvious example of that adaptation. This was a big old almond tree that had been felled locally, and I was lucky enough to get hold of a few large bits of it. I spent quite a bit of time cutting and waxing a lot of the logs, and even rough turned a few of the blanks to try to speed up the drying process. This particular blank worked out quite well, although it still managed to develop some rather large cracks in the sapwood. I opted to fill these with a mixture of wood dust and 2-part epoxy glue so that I could maximise the size of this piece. In this part of the world the summers are very hot and dry, so it's hard to slow down the drying process. You can see I was less than successful in drying these other blanks. So after 6 months drying, I put the now dry blank on the lathe and proceeded to true it up. I formed a tenon in order to flip the piece for hollowing, and then after drilling a depth hole proceeded to complete the hollowing process, leaving the rim deliberately rough so that I had some basic texture. I spent some time designing the drawings on the rim using Zentangle drawing techniques, and refined aspects of the drawing here and there until I was happy with the design. I carved the line work into the rim using a V-chisel carving tool and a small rotary tool bit for the tighter circles. I experimented a bit with black for the background, but opted not to go with this idea and later sanded the black away. Having completed the carving, I filled the grooves with black acrylic paint. After this had dried, I proceeded to sand it back both by hand and on the lathe. I painted a light solution of ebonising liquid into the background of the designs. Finally, I remounted the platter on the lathe using the coal jaws and finished the foot, and then gave the platter a sealer coat of shellac. This was later followed up with 2 coats of Danish oil. Here's the finished piece.